Hey guys, Carl here, and that's a lot of poop. It's like the poop fairy stopped at my house. So what happened was I was out in the community and met a gentleman who, him and his wife own a horse farm, and he's also a gardener. So he uses his horse manure to feed the soil in his garden, and he offered to bring a load to my house. So here we are. I've got a lot of poop to scoop. So what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks is we're going to incorporate this into the compost, and then we're going to build our compost, which after it breaks down, we'll move it into the beds. So this is a new experience for me. The guy's really nice, his wife's really nice. We had a big, long talk about aminopurelid contamination. They have their own horse farm, they source their own hay, and that the fact that sold me on using this stuff was the fact that he's been growing in it. Squirrel Patrol out. They're trying to get out of the yard. So the fact that he's been growing in it for 15 years. And so he has a lot of experience in gardening. And if this stuff is good enough for him, hopefully it's good enough for me. So I have my work cut out for me. Actually, Glenn's coming over to help me. We're gonna scoop the poop, we're gonna incorporate it into the compost piles, and then I have to make a place right now outside of the yard so the Squirrel Patrol doesn't get into this stuff. And I'll end up probably making another bin in the compost area just for this. So I'll let you know how it goes. It's gonna be an ongoing experiment. What's kind of funny is when you get a load of this stuff, people actually line up to want some. Who knew? And then I've already had a comment on Facebook, well, cow manure would be better, but I didn't meet a dairy farmer, I met a horse farmer. So this is free and it's good. So this is what I'm gonna use. So we'll shoot some video of us messing around and getting it loaded up. I don't know exactly how to deal with this. I've never played in poop like this before. The Squirrel Patrol, their poops are small and not usable in the garden. So, All right, looks like I got work to get to. Gotta scoop the poop early in the morning. Okay, guys, here's Glenn. I know you remember him from last time. And we have got the first geo-bin full of compost. So what we did was we took the compost that had broken down in here and the compost that was in that bin. We combined them together because it wasn't completely broke down and there was still a lot of carbon in both bins. And then we mixed it in with the new manure mix, which the manure mix has manure and wood chips and stuff.
Yeah, this is like from a stall. The horses in the stall, so it's got the wood chips and everything with that.
Yeah, so I didn't know what that stuff was made out of. It's kind of like a mixture of wood chips and straw, or
probably leftover hay and stuff.
Yeah, hay. So again, it's great to have a source of of this material that people are conscious about the aminopurelid problem, because we for sure don't want to go ruin our garden with a bunch of contamination. So,
yeah, and the community, I tell you what I really like about this. I don't know if Carl told y'all, but he literally just found this guy. And that's one of the good things about the gardening community. If you see somebody and they've got a garden and theirs is doing much better than yours, you can literally just go ask them and they'll help you. 99% of the time, I have not heard any stories of people saying, get off my lawn. It's once you start talking about it, they're willing to just spew forth any information they've got.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened. I was just riding down the street and saw a guy working on his garden, and I pulled over and we struck up a conversation, and I think that conversation was an hour.
Oh.
And then yesterday when they dropped off the poop, they spent 3 hours at my house and we talked gardening almost the whole time. So, hey, it's beneficial. We're city mice, right? So we live in the city. We don't have horses. We don't have access. Now is the time to source this stuff before times get lean. And, you wouldn't think that you'd be appreciative for poop.
For poop.
Yeah, but,
some of the best fertilizer you can have is compost you've broke down. You know what's in it.
Yeah.
So this is it, dude.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to stick the old thermometer of justice in it, and then we're going to cover it, and we'll track how much it heats up over the next couple days. I anticipate this is going to get pretty hot. There's a good mix of carbon and material in here. So we'll cover it up, and then we're going to unload the trailer into the other bin, We're just going to fill it up, and then I have one more bin over here. But I'm not ready because of Squirrel Patrol to bring it all into the yard just yet. So we'll come back in a little bit and film our progress then. Okay, guys, it's been a trailer load. Yeah, and so what we've done is we've gotten 2 geo bins full of old compost / horse manure.
Horse manure, wood chips, hay,
wood chips,
and whatever else was in there. Like some straw, some like pine straw maybe.
It does. And then so we had to fill this bed, and I had already gone to the big box store and bought bag soil,
right.
Which, you know, bag soil, it's probably not the best. Yeah, so what we did was we made a horse poop sandwich. So we laid down a layer of horse poop, then we put all the bag stuff from the store, and then we topped it off with horse poop, and then I will go to my hidden location to get a bunch of wood chips, and I'll top this off. And my original thought process was to grow in this for the fall as a potato bed again, but I believe since we put all this in there, I think the thing to do would be to let it sit to the spring.
This would be a great potato bed.
In the spring. Yeah, and then go ahead and top it off. This stuff is still hot.
Dude, I don't know. You know you can't feel it, but like right here, this is
warm.
This is like heat radiating off. This is breaking down as we speak.
Well, when we put the thermometer in the geo bin piles, it had already hit over 100 before we had covered.
120.
Yeah, 120 before we covered it. So we'll get 150. This stuff will continue to break down. We're going to cover it to keep the bugs out and the raccoons and stuff.
And the Dachshunds.
And the Dachshunds. And the Squirrel Patrol. They're waiting for us to go inside so they can rejoice. Idiots. So what do you think, bro?
I'm digging. I'm way digging. Matter of fact, after doing this, I'm going to make me one just like this for a potato bed for spring.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think the only, with the bed, the only problem was the drainage. You just got to make sure that deep down and in the center, it's draining well. And we left those slats in between, so
That's
maybe.
Why we left them like that,
Yeah. So, and I think the previous year it had drained well, except for over that year the soil had stratified and it just made itself into a big mud patty in the bottom.
Right.
So, okay, I got a lot of cleanup to do. The rain is here. It's raining right now. We got to get the phone out of the rain. That's what we're filming on. Any closing words? Words of wisdom.
We were just talking about this. I'm not the person that's going to go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
But going out and being active, I promise you, shoveling a bunch of horse poop is cardio. I promise you that. Go out and do stuff.
What's rule number 3 of Zombie Apocalypse?
Hey, cardio.
So, all right. So, other than that, peace and love.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace and love. There you go. All right, bros. All right, there, guys. You know, have a hobby. You know, hobby that gets you some exercise. Get rid of this. And we are setting up for fall garden and the spring garden to come. So, you know, a lot of work to happen in the garden here. And if you're just starting out like I am, you know, you've got to make friends. You got to network. You got to get resources. And that's all there is to it. And the best part of all this, free. Free. So the man who provided it to me, you may...
Knowledge was free. No. Poop was free. We had to provide from the sweat.
That's win-win all the way around. And so you'll meet him, I hope, in a later video. He's interested in teaching people how to garden. And, you know, hopefully we can make a team and we'll see what happens, you know. And then...
worst case, we get free poop.
Yeah, free poop, free horse poop. So I never thought I'd be excited about horse poop.
I am back in that stage of my life where playing with poop is now fun again.
You know, you're just one step away from making your own poop and playing in it. Yeah?
I'm just saying.
All right, I think that's good enough. All right, guys, we're going to sign off here today from Cultivate with Carl. It's Glenn and Carl, and you guys get a hobby and have some fun.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace and love.